everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and me, Banshee. And it's me, Banshee, with my Material Matters segment, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show, everyone. Hope everybody has had a positive, prosperous week last week. It wasn't too bad a week, if I recall, for most of us, so let's see what this week will hold. And we're going to start with something that I hope will work out well for this show. It is the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. And it's by Yasmin Boland, and we'll see how this works. I figure with the word manifestation in the title, it might be what we're looking for a collective reading. Oh, I hope everybody's been surviving the rocky weather. It's been pretty crazy this year. I don't know about all the parts of the world, but boy, the U.S. has really had some weather. All right, so our card for the collective is Last Quarter Moon in Pisces. And it says, talk less and feel more. Well, that's an interesting message. Last Quarter Moon in Pisces. And I'm going to put it right here, just for a place to put it down. Last quarter moons. In Pisces. What could this be? The danger in your current situation is that you're going to be really good at starting things and less good at finishing them. Sounds like a admonition to us Aries, actually. This card suggests that you need to talk less and feel more. So rather than telling people what you want now, feel your feelings about what you want. What comes up? Do you believe in yourself or not? Perhaps you started strong but are running out of steam. If so, go within and ask yourself how committed you are to your goals. Remember that it's okay to change your mind. One of the current energies is all about feelings and the other is in its head. Where are you? Can you meld the two? That's the way. Why ruin a moment with words? Sometimes feelings are enough. It's good to talk, but it's also good to just be. So I'm going to skip ahead to your manifesting or your manifestation affirmation. I feel all of my feelings and it feels good. And you know, if you don't feel it, if you don't feel what you're doing within, you know, you're not going to succeed. You have to feel it. You know, it's easy to talk the talk, but can you ultimately walk the walk? And can you finish what you started? If you lose touch with your feelings, or if you start losing feeling and purpose for what you're doing, well, it's not going to manifest. So that's what we have for the collective. Whoa, good luck with that. All right, well, we'll probably see this again. And if you follow me on our social media, you'll be seeing this on my new Mystical Moon Days oracle readings every Monday. Okay, so let's move on and let's see what the astrology is for the week ahead. It's not all of that, but I will say that, you know, with these readings being good from March 5th, Sunday, March 5th through Saturday, March 11th, the moon will be traveling from Leo into Libra Scorpio on March 11th. There's a full moon, and it's coming right up today, March 5th. The full moon is in Leo. Pretty dynamic stuff. And Mercury moves into Aquarius on Saturday, March 11th. And that's it. That's all I have for the astrology. All right, how about we move on to our readings for the week ahead? We'll start with our air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You're up first. Let's see what the March winds are blowing in for you. All right, air signs. Your focus for the week ahead is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is upright. I like it. Because you know what that means? You're not in it alone, you know. Your focus this week is working with others, how to get everybody working together on projects and goals. Perhaps you'll be spearleading a team of some sort. Perhaps even you might be presenting something to a team, you know, and they're surveying and looking at what you can do, maybe how you can help a company or organization out with your talents and skills if you're job hunting, you know, if you're presenting a thesis or dissertation to a panel, you know, whatever the case may be, or to a room full of people, whatever the case may be, it shows you as leading the charge here. And also that, you know, you're working well with others. Everybody is working together in harmony. And if it is you being surveyed by others, you know, you're looking pretty good. How best can you prepare for that focus? Wow. It's the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is upright, air signs. You know what that means? Planning, you know, so how best you can prepare for the focus is how much you have planned. You know, all your planning, all of your strategizing, all your thinking ahead, you know, and looking towards success, keeping success in mind. That final goal, how to reach the finish line, will serve you well, you and your team. Okay, so what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is upright. I'm sorry, it's reversed. Sorry. Seven of Pentacles is reversed, and so basically it's saying that air signs, you know, you have to keep working. You know, okay, so far you've got the team together. They're all harmonizing. It's all coming together because of your careful planning. And now you just have to get to work. You know, enough with the planning, enough with the thinking, no time to overthink. You know, this project needs your efforts and your team's efforts in order to succeed. And I think other people will realize that, recognize that. They're ready to roll up their sleeves and pitch in. So ultimately, whether it be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you, air signs. Pretty nice week, I'd have to say, air signs. You have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is upright. You know, by week's end, you're just, imagine, you know, you're just full of ideas. You're just full of creative thinking. All of this is leading to progress, I feel. Good emotional news. In other words, you know, you're feeling this harmony. You're feeling this love. You're feeling the flow of working together. And you realize this is going to create a great new beginning for all of you. And so that's really awesome. Let's take a look at this again. It's really easy to put all of this together. So your focus for the week ahead is pulling the team together, harmonizing, working together, being sure you're all on the same page, making others see how you can stand up above the rest, recognizing you for your talent and your leadership. The focus, you know, how best you can prepare for that is just by, you know, your careful strategizing and planning, you know, making sure everything is set, you know. Everybody is there to work on your plan. And ultimately, they realize more effort has to go out there. They're just going to keep working hard and everybody on the same page, leading to a real creative burst at the end. Some real happiness, some recognition that this team is gelling, that, you know, your creativity, your harmonizing is going to create a great new beginning for all of you. That sounds wonderful, doesn't it? So air signs, so far, we're off to a great start. Let's see what the fire signs can do. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Hey. Are you going to let the air signs steal the week, or what's happening with you? I'm hoping we can at least even the score. Everybody deserves a good week. Okay, my friends, the fire signs. Your focus for the week ahead. 7 of Wands upright. So, I suppose a little challenge. Excuse me. A little competition never hurts anyone, fire signs. And if anybody is up for that kind of challenge, that would be you. So that would be us. So, we like a good fight, but, we also like to stand up above the rest and hold our ground, fight for what we believe in, maintain our position above, the competition. So that's basically what your focus is for the week ahead. How to stand out above the others, how to hold your place above the others. If you're competing for a job, you have to be able to show how you rise above the rest and how you're a stronger candidate than the rest. If you're trying to sell an idea or you're trying to sell something to customers, you got to show why. You got to stand tall for what you're doing and believe in it and believe in yourself that you are able to do it. People know when you are wavering and when you don't have a lot of confidence in what you're saying. So if you want somebody to buy your products, you have to be courageous. You have to be strong. So how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, it's the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is reversed. I think one of the best ways you can prepare for this focus is to, not let setbacks or, seeming defeats, pull you off of that top ground. In other words, so maybe you've had some setbacks, maybe you've had some defeats, maybe you don't feel you've been reaching your audience, you've been communicating effectively. So the best way to prepare for the focus is to practice, start pulling it together and to also not allow your defeats to show through you. Be confident, be assured that success is yours. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? I think people this week will be a balancing influence for you. It's temperance. Temperance is upright. And so I think there'll be a very balancing influence for you. They will be able to provide you some calm within the storm. They'll be able to be an anchor if competition starts to wear you down. They'll be able to provide maybe what you need to get through this, to make sure everything is successful. So ultimately, though, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement for you, fire signs? Well, we've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is reversed. Sorry to say. So I feel by week's end, you're going to feel emotionally depleted or drained. A lot of times, and, if you're in a competitive field, you're used to that feeling. But, for some of us hate to compete for jobs. Some of us hate to be in competition. It wears them down. It drains them emotionally. And that's what I feel might be happening for some of us fire signs here. By week's end, we just may be emotionally drained from trying to, sell what we're trying to sell. So let's take a look at this at the beginning once more. And here you are, you're standing your ground. You're trying to get people to buy in to whatever it is you're selling, whether you're trying to get your company to change policies, procedures, you have some great plan or idea you're trying to sell to them, whether you're trying to stand out among people you're competing with, and, even in people in professional sports, I have to say this could be referring to you too. How do you stand out above the rest? rest. I don't know if any drafts are coming up, but, or if colleges right now are looking and scouting for, athletes, but that could be a possibility as well. You got to find a way to stand out above the rest and not allow setbacks or defeats, maybe some rejections. You lose a contract here and there. Don't let that show and don't highlight that. By all means, focus on what you can provide for people and why you stand out above the rest. Don't let those victories cloud your ability to sell a positive message. And others around you will be a balancing influence for you. Maybe they'll be able to, ease some of the stress that you're feeling. But, ultimately, by week's end, I really think that you're going to find this week a bit of a drain on you emotionally. It's going to take a lot out of you, whatever the situation is. Are you competing for a raise? Are you competing for a promotion that others are vying for as well? So I think, this whole process here, no matter how it turns out, whether you win or whether you lose, you're going to find it to be a little bit of a draining process, fire signs. So hang in there. All right. Well, hello, water. Where have you been? Ha! Everywhere. We had so much water around here lately in all its forms. Ice, snow, rain. Sheesh. Cheers to ya. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Hey, we've had a drought in the last year, so any water we get now, I think is a good thing. I'm hoping with all the snow, the rainstorms, everything that California has been through recently is also going to make a big difference on their drought. Because, wow, they've certainly got some dumpings of snow as well. Amazing weather things going on. And not all that good. There's a lot of financial losses going on for people due to the, seriousness of weather. All right, you water signs, let's see what is happening for you. Whoops, getting ahead of myself. Okay, hey, you're focused for the week ahead. Judgment is upright. Well, judgment is a time of transition. Perhaps some of you are transitioning to new jobs. Perhaps some of you even are retiring, and it's a time for that. Perhaps some of you are being critically appraised right now, whether it's, I don't know, is it past midterm times already? It might be right around midterms. But whatever the case may be, you're being judged and, hopefully fairly. That's what it looks like. But also, I sense some transitions going on here, some life kind of cycle transitions. You're giving up one, maybe you're totally radically changing your focus and career, some of us. So, water signs, looks interesting. Chuckle, chuckle. How best can you prepare for this focus? Oh, by just taking a vacation and hiding and recouping and recovering. And, transitions aren't easy on people. And sometimes, again, it's almost like interesting, a different aspect here than the fire signs have had. But I almost feel that this transition, might make things easier for you in some ways. There might be some rest, some recuperation. Perhaps some of you are considering, working part-time, maybe working from home, looking at ways that you can recoup your energy and your strength. Maybe some of you are in transition in between jobs right now for that very reason. So there's a need for recovery going on of some sorts. Perhaps you're taking care of somebody else right now, and that is taking you away, and that's why maybe some of these transitions are occurring, being a caretaker. So what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, it's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is upright. Well, I think, as far as other people go, you have some decisions to make, or they have some decisions to make about you. Perhaps it has to do with this judgment thing going on here. And I think it's the coming or going of a positive decision. Somebody makes a move or a decision in your favor that will benefit you in some way. It seems like it's going to be rather important. Wow, and ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you water signs? We have another four card. It's the Four of Cups reversed. How ironic. Because, in the beginning here, how best to prepare for your focus was recovery, and now you're on the move again. It's almost as if this whole process is going to bring about some new opportunities for you. So some of this is now starting to gel for me a little bit more. Let's take a look at this reading again, water signs. It looks as though there's something going on here, a transitory phase for you. Whether you're vying for a promotion, whether you're shifting careers, and you're up for job interviews, you're being assessed, whether this is a pivotal moment in your education, maybe even you'll be changing your courses of study or not, depending on how you are judged here. I feel here that there's something here to do with rest and recovery. There's something here to do with a need to do this for some reason, because you need this for your own well-being. And I know it's kind of crazy to say that because this seems like such a card of inertia. I feel here the best way maybe to prepare for your focus maybe is that, you are rested and ready, that you're relaxed, you've meditated, you're calm, your body's in good shape, you're ready for this transition that's about to take place. And it's going to involve important decisions that others are going to be making, an important move or decision that will, work to your advantage. Ultimately, I feel this is going to bring you water signs some new opportunity for growth and fulfillment. It's all good. So really, very good reading for you as well. Good luck with that. Hello, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This reading is for you. And as the Earth wakes up from its slumber, its winter slumber, let's hope you start to manifest. A cycle of manifestation. Okay, well, your focus for the week ahead is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is reversed. Well, Earth signs, sometimes you have to let go of things that you have to know when to quit. Let's just say that. You have to know when to quit. Perhaps some of you are in a difficult work environment right now and you've not been making any progress there. You're worried about your future. Maybe just you're worried about cutbacks and different things going on in the institution that have been draining you and you've decided maybe enough's enough. It's okay to let it go. If a course of study doesn't seem right for you, it's okay to let it go. Maybe you are meant to do something else. Learn when to give up the fight for something. Even an investment that is not, working to your advantage. Whoa, now best to prepare for this focus is to focus. It's the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is reversed, and oh, for goodness sakes. It's funny, it's the 9 and then the 8. And I would say here, Earth signs, it's telling me that how best to prepare for this focus is to stop scattering your energy. You know, maybe this has depleted you to such an extent you're just finding yourself all over the place. You're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. You're just not able to focus. And that's why I think you have to let this go. It's not working. So what about people this week? Could there be cooperation or conflict? I don't, I think people are your allies more than not. It's the Four of Wands reversed. I feel here that people may try to help you focus more on the smaller things you need to get done. It's possible here that you have been self-defeating because you've been scattering your energy, and you've been either trying to do too much at once, or you've been focusing your energy on the wrong things. Others may want you to look at the finer points, the smaller details, and see what maybe, needs to be worked on, because what you have been focusing your attention on has not been working. Wow. Ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement for the earth signs? You've got the Ten of Cups. And the reason I'm saying wow, is because I feel here it really fits in with the previous card. I feel here people might be your saving grace here in a way, that you will start working harmoniously with them, maybe realizing they hold the key after all to what's going on here, and that, you're taking their advice, you're focusing on the little things that you can do to make your life or your projects or your goals, flow more smoothly. Your finances is working. So let's take a look at this again, earth signs. Very interesting. And you know what? When you look at this, we have 3 wand cards here, and all 3 of the wand cards are reversed. And then we have 1 cup card here that's upright. This is definitely a card of work and enterprise, I would say. And so let's take that as we go back and look at this, earth signs. You got to know when to quit. In other words, too, I feel here you got to know when to quit doing what you may be doing that is sabotaging yourself, Sometimes the fight is not so much with others, the fight is with ourselves and how we choose continuing, repeating patterns that are not really productive for us. I'm going to take a drink here. And so, you have to focus more. You have to focus your energy. You have been, the best way to prepare for this focus is stop the cycle of whatever it is that's draining you. And I feel here it's probably some type of procedures or things that you're doing. Maybe even in the financial markets, it's, staying a course that is not paying off. And so instead, you've been maybe scattering or trying to diversify, and that's not working either. You need to focus on something maybe smaller. Maybe you need to look for something smaller financially that you can put your money in some safe spot for a while until things start, improving in the markets. But also, maybe this is about at work, looking at and tending towards, and in your projects and goals, tending towards the finer points, the small steps you need to take to start achieving success. Stop scattering yourself and trying to get to the finish line before you are ready. You have to build this foundation more firmly, and by doing the small things, you'd be surprised what a difference that could make. And ultimately, I think people helping you see that there's a harmony, there's a spirit of happiness by week's end. It's almost as if you realize now what they're saying is true, and you can pull it together and work with others, with the advice of others or others guiding you in creating a better outcome for yourself. That's what I have for you, earth signs. Good luck with that. Well, I don't think it's a terrible week for everybody. I believe the fire signs have the most challenges. Earth signs, clearly you have some. You need to focus. But all in all, not a terrible week of gains, or not a big week of gains, I feel, but not a big week of losses either. So good luck, everybody, in the week ahead. And I want to remind everybody to watch Mr. O's shows. And his Goth Tarot is on every Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can get a card about, or cards, I should say, reading on the shadow side of your life. And what about Fridays? Emotional Exchanges, his show at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we can see what's going on in matters of the heart and in our interpersonal relationships. And happy hour on Saturday is here for you. We want to make you, you come in sad, you leave happy. Who could ask for more, right? So come join us every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget our brand new show, which is on Mondays, and it's a video that premieres at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is on your Weird Week. Cha-cha-cha. It's our weird week where we dabble into the politics or global issues that may be affecting us all. That's it for this week, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me today, and take care. Have a prosperous week ahead, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.